Hello everyone. Let us now discuss today's LeetCode POTD problem, bitwise XOR of all pairings. So here we are given with two arrays, nums1 and nums2, and we need to have another array nums3 which contains the bitwise XOR of all pairings of integers between nums1 and nums2. Every integer in nums1 is paired with every integer in nums2 exactly once. So if you see here 2, 1, 3, 10, 2, 5, 0. So 2 is XORed with 10 and then 2 and 2, 2 and 5 and 2 and 0. So here we are given with another example 1, 2, 3, 4. So initially the thing which we get to our mind is using a brute force by using two loops and constructing XOR, nums3 array. Then we will get memory limit exceeded error. Now, even if I use this XOR instead of constructing a nums3 array, then even though I will get a time limit exceeded error. So now what I'm gonna do is I'll take these two examples 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So let me write that the values are 1 XOR 4 initially. So this is one thing, and here it will be again XORed because we need to return the bitwise XOR of all elements in nums3. Here 1 XOR 4 and then 4 XORed with 1 and then 5. So every element in nums1 is XORed exactly once with nums2. So again XOR 2 XOR 4 and then 2 XOR 5 and then 3 XOR 4 and 1 minute 3 XOR 5. So if you see clearly, let me write one intuition here. The first thing x sorry so x XOR 0 will give you x and x XOR x will give you 0. So this is the property of XOR operation. Now, if you have any element 1 or 2 or anything for 2 times, then they will be cancelled out. So let me write here 1 for 1 time. So I have cancelled it, and then 2 and 2, 3 and 3, and then 4 and 4, 5 and 5. So here we are left with only two elements 4 and 5. So 4 XOR 5 is our answer. So if I take the calculator, 4 XOR where it is 4 XOR 5 will give me 1. So the answer for this is 1. But if you see, we have cancelled out every element in 1, 2, 3 because it is XORed with 4 ones and with 5 ones. So for these two times you have cancelled 1 and also 2 and also 3. So the first thing which came to my mind is if sorry if the size of nums2 if the size of nums2 is even, then this will be cancelled out. Then nums1 will be cancelled out. That's it. Now let me take this another example. Here you got, wait a second, 1 XOR 3 and then there will be XOR again 1 XOR 4 and XOR again 1 XOR 5 and then 2 XOR 3 and then 2 sorry 2 XOR 4 and XOR again 2 XOR 5. So the thing is, keep this in mind, x XOR x will be 0. So let me cancel out all those which occur for even number of times, because if you have even number of times then they will be cancelled out. So here I got 1, and there is only 1 here. So 3 and again 3, 4 and again 4, right? 5 and again 5, 2 and 2 here. So these are cancelled out. Only 1, 2 is remaining. So 1 XOR 2. 1 XOR 2. This is our answer. Let me open this calculator again. So 1 XOR 2 will give you 3. So for this 3 is the answer. If you see clearly, if you see clearly, here 1 and 2 are not cancelled out because 1 is having for one time here and one time here. So only these two times. So these will be cancelled out. These will be cancelled out. This will be cancelled out. So 1 is having for this even number of times it will be cancelled out. But there is another number 5 where it is XORed for only one time, right? So here this will be remain same. So the first thing which I got into the mind here, nums2 is even, then nums1 will not be considered. If you got this 1 and 2 right. Here, if nums1 is even, then nums2 is not considered. It is cancelled out if nums1 is even. So these are the two examples, but there is another two examples. What if there are if both are even size and if both are odd size? So here it is odd, here it is even. Let me do the same thing here. So 1 XOR 3 XOR 1 XOR 4 XOR 2 XOR 3 XOR 2 XOR 4. Yes, here. If you see 1 here and 1 here will be cancelled out, will become 0. 2 here and 2 here will be cancelled out. It will become 0. 3 here and 3 here will be cancelled out. 4 here and 4 here will be cancelled out and our result is 0. Right? If nums1 is even, then nums2 is cancelled out. And if nums2 is even, then nums1 is cancelled out. That's it. If nums1, nums1 is even, then nums2 is cancelled out. Same with the second thing. Nums2 is even, then nums1 is cancelled out. So let me see what happens if both are of odd size. So let me write it over here. One XOR 2, XOR 1 XOR, 1 XOR 4 here, 1 XOR 4 and 1 XOR 5, 1 XOR 6 and then 2 XOR 4, 2 XOR 5, XOR 2 XOR 6 and then 3 XOR 4, 3 XOR 5, 3 XOR 6. So this is the thing. Now let me cancel out all those things which are coming for even number of times, 1 and 1 here. So here I have only one time. This one, 2 and 2 here. So this is only 2 I have left with. 3 and 3. So this is only the 3 I have left with. Now 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6. Now you have only one 4, only one 5, only one 6. If I write all those, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here, if nums1 is not of even size, then there is no need to cancel nums2, right? If nums2 is also not of even size, then there is no need to cancel out nums1. But if you see in every question, I have took here if both are of even size, then return 0. But here we are calculating either nums1 or nums2. here nums2 or both 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Let me see what will be the answer if I 1 XOR 2 will be 3. Now 3 XOR 3 XOR 1 XOR 2 is 3 and 3 XOR 3 will be 0, right? And then XOR 4 will be 0 XOR 4. Let me see what is 0 XOR 4. 0 XOR 4 will be 4 itself, and 4 XOR 5. 4 XOR 5 will be 1, I think, yes. And then XOR with 6. Let me see what it happens. 7, right? So 7 is the answer for this. But there are only 4 conditions. If both are even and both are odd, and one is even and one is odd, that's it. But every time if it is even, then this XOR is not considered. If it is even, then nums1 is even, then nums2 is not considered. The same thing is the algorithm with these two things. So let me write the code here. So algorithm like we will be considering. So first thing XOR1 for nums1 and XOR2 for nums2, right? We'll calculate XOR for nums1 and nums2. If I will be consider only if nums1 size is even, then I will not consider nums2, right? If nums1 is size is even, then I will not consider nums2. So the thing is, if size of nums1 is odd, consider XOR2, not nums2. Here we have calculated XOR2 and XOR1. Then here the result will be 0 initially, and then if size of nums2 is odd, then only consider XOR1. So the considering nothing means XORing with this result, and after that, after these two conditions, return result. That's it. So this is an easy problem if you have marked down all these things, like only 4 conditions if the size is even or odd, and one is even, one is odd. That's it. Now, as I said, in XOR1 is equal to 0. Let me see. So in XOR1 is equal to 0. XOR2 will be also initialized to 0. And then here, as I said, XOR int I is equal to 0. I is less than nums1 dot I is less than nums1 dot size I plus plus, and XOR1 XORed with nums1 of I, and here XOR2 is initialized, XORed with nums2 of I, and after this, if size of nums1 is odd, that means nums1 dot size percentile 2 is equal to 1. Consider XOR2. So result XORed with XOR2. The same here, nums2 dot size, then consider XOR1, and after that return result. Let me see later. Result XOR. So I have forgotten it. Result is equal to 0. Yes. So if you like this video, share to your friends, and XOR2 with nums2 of I, right? So sorry. Here it is nums2.size. So let me see. Nums2.size. I have considered nums1 the same here. So it's a runtime error. So if you like this video, share to your friends and do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.